Hey nerds, it's a chilly morning and we're at Fleet Pump Track. So the reason I started this YouTube channel is because I was thinking back to myself before I met Marcel. So I was an XC mountain biker for years and years, and I wanted to learn something more about mountain biking. I wanted to learn more skills and I wanted to learn how to jump, but I literally had no idea what to do, where to go, and I was trying to contact people. I was like, can I join a club so that they can teach me skills or something? And I just couldn't find anything available, and it was just very fortunate that I met Marcel, and he kind of opened my eyes up to this whole dirt jumping scene that I didn't even really know existed. But it was exactly everything that I was looking for. I knew that I didn't want to be a racer, but I did want to learn something new like jumping, and dirt jumping was the perfect sport for me. And that's why I've progressed so well. So this video is going out to all those people who basically have no idea where to start, no idea what they're doing, and just need some advice and tips on how to kind of just get going in this sport. So I often get asked by beginners what they should do in order to progress their dirt jumping, and I always tell them, come to a pump track. Pump track is basically the best place to learn the fundamental skill that you need for dirt jumping, which is pumping. So yeah, I really recommend it, and I personally love the pump track. It's so much fun and it's great exercise. Like, my legs start burning after it, so I really enjoy it. And pumping is just that fundamental skill that you need for all mountain biking. Racers and BMXers are going to be awesome at pumping. It's basically how you generate speed without pedaling. So I personally don't pedal between jumps, mainly because Marcel told me not to, but also as I've learned through dirt jumping, I think pedaling between jumps really throws me off balance, and it doesn't look very nice either. So yeah, I always try and pump, and yeah, it's just a really good technique to know. So if you don't know where to start, I would start at the pump track and learn how to pump. So when you turn up to a pump track, the best bike to have is your dirt jumper, because a full suspension bike is really going to suck up all that pump that you're trying to generate and really slow you down. So if you do ride your full sus here and then change it to your dirt jumper, you'll really notice that difference and how quick the dirt jumper actually is. So that's just something to bear in mind before you turn up to a pump track with your full sus. Obviously you can use your full sus if that's all you got. It's just a bit slower, that's all. So because this video goes out to all those beginners who literally have no idea what to do, I just thought maybe I'd show you the difference between pumping and not pumping. So if I do this first corner not pumping and then actually pump, and then you'll see the difference between my speed and how effective it is when you can actually pump properly. Okay, so this is no pumping at all. So it's really slow. I'm having to pedal uphill. It's not good technique. And this time I will pump properly. I was, super fast. So yeah, I was just trying to demonstrate the difference. Hopefully you can tell. So when you first start riding pump track, I would just make it your goal to try and get as far around the pump track as possible without doing any pedaling, just trying to use all of that pump to get round, and just keep trying to get further and further around the pump track until you can get all the way. And that's basically how you'll develop your pump track skills. So I'm going to try and demonstrate what I mean by pumping, and it's basically when you come up to the pump bump. So on the upside you're kind of bending your knees and bend your arms, bringing the bike into you, and then when you go over the pump bump you're pushing the bike away from you and down into it, and that's how you're going to generate that speed, and that's going to kind of like push you out of the pump bump, and that's where all the speed comes from. So yeah, I'm going to try and demonstrate that and see if I can show you what I'm trying to tell you. So if you are pumping properly and you're really giving it a good go, you will actually feel it all over your body. For instance, when I first started, my triceps even started feeling really sore because of all of that pump I was trying to generate. You want to generate more of the pump from your legs, but your arms are working hard too, so it really does work every muscle in your body. I'm gonna try and keep up with Marcel now.
Easy. Okay. You can't pedal, no cheating.
Well, I'm further away. Hang on, let me start the same bit then as you.
Okay. Right, ready?
Yeah.
Go.
I told you I would be able to keep up.
Go.
Marcel! Keep it! So Marcel and I just had a little timed race around the pump track. Marcel got 22.19 seconds and I got 27.11 seconds, so I'm only 5 seconds behind, which is pretty good. So yeah, that's something you can also do, is just time yourself around the pump track, and that'll show if you're developing your pump or not. So once you feel good on the pump track, you can always try out a few manuals on the pump bumps, and yeah, just trying to play around with it, have a little fun. And another thing to look for is if your pump track has a little fly out. On the fly out you can start working on your hopping, and eventually you can bring the pump and the hop together to start improving your jumping. And you can also have a little play around on the fly out, maybe do little one-handers, stuff like that. For me, the fly out was really good to learn a few simple tricks, and it really helped me develop my skills on the mountain bike. So yeah, I really recommend, if you can, to try it out. That was pumping. So much fun, actually. It's really fun to play around on the pump track. Pumping is just one of those skills that you need for any type of mountain biking, and it will really help you. So I really recommend coming to a pump track, working on your pumping skills, trying to get around that pump track a lot faster each time, and working on that hop if you can, out of a fly out, and then bringing those two things together on an actual jump. And if you're a beginner, obviously start on those tables first, start slow, and then yeah, bring it all together. And you'll really notice how much it helps you with your jumping when you work on these fundamental skills. The pump track is just loads of fun just to mess around on, you know, try out a few manuals, try out a few tricks out the fly out. It's just good fun, so yeah, I really enjoy it, and I hope that you guys do too. And I'm hoping that my tips and advice will just help you get started, and hopefully you'll be jumping dirt jumps in no time. So thanks for watching, have fun out there, stay safe, happy riding!